Open line in Dade 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. I have no time for this stuff. I'm concentrating on these hollow what are they? These poppers, man. And what is this stuff? What is this, like jelly? What is this stuff that you, this dipping stuff?
Cranberry sauce, maybe.
Is that what it is? No, it's not just,
it's jellied something.
Oh, man. If I could begin to tell you how good these are. And the peppers are a little on the hot side, the jalapeno, but not too hot. Just the way I like them. Man. Now I feel like it was almost worth coming in here today. Sorry, by the way, talking with my mouth full. You believe it? Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello?
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I need some advice, and I got a joke for you.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen.
Let me give you some advice. Don't do the joke.
All right. My girlfriend and I, we wanted to spice up our sex life, so I bought her one of them fake ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now she
What are you trying to say, a dildo? You brought her a big dildo?
I didn't want to say that word over
Why not?
here.
What's wrong with dildo?
Well, you know, if you say
if Monica could do it with a cigar, then what's wrong with a dildo?
Well, I agree. Anyways, but now she...
And not just any cigar, but the goddamn president's cigar.
Well,
go ahead.
Good for her. God bless him.
Right, that's right.
Anyways,
and everything he did
now
for a while.
She seems to have been taking more to the dildo than me. What do you think I should do?
Huh?
What do you think I should do about that?
George is right to answer. He's more into that area.
Anyways, let me get this joke. It's a clean one.
Okay. I thought you were going to give him, like, some anal advice.
That's raspberry sauce.
There's the anal advice for you, pal. Try raspberry sauce. Now, look at this. Look at these phones here now, because all the good stuff is gone. But I did kill 3 hours magnificently. Thank you. So when we come back, either because we got only 2 calls left on the board, it's either going to be we talk to the people out there or... All right. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Either you talk or we listen to Papote Fresh for the next 62 minutes or whatever the hell it is. 12:55 at 560 WQAM. Hank back from vacation today. He'll be at Chula Steak 2 from 2 to 6. Jim Big, whatever the hell his name. See, I can't reach over this pile of CDs here. This has turned out to be a big impediment to my whatever I'm doing. So Mandich will be here from 6 to 7:30. Then we got the ball game as we follow Mark McGwire. Do we care about the Marlins?
No.
Do we care about the Cardinals?
No.
Certainly not. But do we care about Mark McGwire?
Uh-huh.
There you go. We will be glued to it tonight. Did we find out about Pompano Park yet tonight? Is the 4th floor open?
No.
What's going on? Did we get an answer?
No.
Oh, God, are these people? They're impossible. So anyway, let me tell you about hops again. I've been telling you about hops for a long time.
They were pretty hysterical.
Well, this one's so good because it's got no signature, no return address. The usual really brave viewer out there. In fact, we ought to be... so somebody's watching anyway. It says to the... to those... oh, gee, I munged on my beautiful shirt. Sorry. Not. Seriously, if you had any idea how good these were, you'd be foaming at the mouth with anger that you didn't get... I didn't share. No chance. It says, to those responsible for airing the Neil Rogers TV show, pardon me while I puke is what it says. I realize that all I have to do to avoid this pus is change the channel, but I gave it a second look because I didn't believe the SH he spouts when I accidentally heard this effing lunatic for the first time. I'm spouting, and this guy's got every, or whatever it is, every word that's ever been invented so far, and it's only the second paragraph. Normal people were blessed with a mouth right below the nose. This schmuck has a toilet there that's never been flushed. All right. I'd like to hear that he's been caged and shackled in a little 3-by-3-foot cage that is windowless, and through a tiny slot in the door, he's fed overflowing portions of SH, vomit, and snot. In other words, it looks appetizing, but it's not. How on earth can you possibly make public airwaves available to this sick faggot? And it sure as hell says a great deal for the sponsors who dare to associate their names with it. And as for the skull cap that he dons, or sometimes I'm it and sometimes I'm he, for the skull cap that he dons from time to time, don't be surprised that I actually understand the reason. I'm certain it's to cover the crack in his warped skull when he underwent a lobotomy. God damn, I didn't think they'd get it. Boy, would I love to whammy him with the red-hot poker up his...
Rectum.
It says ass here, but
Rectum.
Clean it up a little bit. Keep up the good work, ? And please do us a favor and show it this love note. Unsigned, envelope unsigned, generic, courageous, gutsy, and thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight, 9:30 and 10:30 on Whammy.
Left-handed slant handwriting?
Yeah.
Woman.
Oh, it's a woman? Oh, it's, maybe she's Chinese. We have an open line at Dade, 5670560, pound 560 on the, what is it this hour? AT&T wireless line. I think we ought to do this right now. Win a pair of tickets for the South Florida Dodge Dealers Mac Attack. 1-800-227-0560. Caller number 9 gets a pair of club-level seats, no less, for the Mac Attack Zone when Big Mac and the Cardinals come to town next week. Thanks so much, Sam, the promotion man. You are absolutely useless. Okay, let's go to Fort Lauderdale. Hello? Fort Lauderdale.
Hello?
Yes.
Neil.
Yes, I am.
My son moved down here 10 years ago. He said, Dad, come down here and listen to the guy. He's absolutely great.
Yeah.
You are.
Yes, I am.
I have a question here. How come you haven't mentioned about the casino opening up in the Holy Land over there?
Because I don't know anything about it.
You didn't? It was in Sunday Sentinel.
Yeah. I try to avoid that.
Oh, okay. Well,
try not to spoil my weekend.
Okay, that's understandable. I thought maybe you'd say, well, I'm going over there. But, yeah, they opened up a big casino over there.
In the Holy Land?
Yeah, about 40 miles from Israel.
Oy!
Ain't that something? You'll have to check it out. I want to hear you give a report on that.
Okay.
And one more thing, the media, why don't they pay more attention about that Mexican border down there when it's not an immigration, it's an invasion, and our government doesn't do anything about that.
Okay.
Okay, son, nice talking to you. You're doing I want to call somebody a douchebag.
Yeah.
Tom Brown, you're a douchebag.
Okay.
Bye.
Arrivederci. Call us again. Let's see, 2525. Zedrin Evans will be our guest on the show that day. We have an open line at Dade, one in Broward, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. What the hell's wrong with this? I mean, if there's anybody who can't get into that crap, then they must be brain dead.
Crap.
Yeah. We got the good
Crap.
right here. Eat your hearts out down the hallway there at Power 96. And by the way, Cox on the radio, we don't need to see you, okay? We know what you look like. Coward. Here's Hialeah. Hello.
Hello, how you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
I was just going to ask you a question. Those little Darwin fish,
Yeah.
you know where to get those?
Do I know where to get them?
Yeah.
Probably at a Evolution store.
Evolution store?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably at an Evolution store.
Can I call two people douchebags?
No. Okay, we have an open line at Dade 1 in Broward, 5670560, pound 560. Yeah, come on, let's get those little walking fish with the Darwin thing in it. Let's get the ones with the fish food thing in it.
Someone was supposed to be sending us a couple of those.
Yeah, supposedly.
They haven't shown up yet.
Uh-huh. We're waiting. We're holding on it. We're squeezing real tight, waiting for those to be showing up here so that we can counter all these people that got to advertise their superstition, their hocus pocus on their cars while we're out there. These intolerant jackasses that have to, announce to us how stupid they are living in the Stone Age with their bull crap about God and Abraham and Jesus and Moses and this one and that one and Joseph Smith and Mary Smith. There's only one.
Neil, God!
And don't ever forget it, okay? Here's a mobile in Kendall. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil,
Yes, I am.
that music you've been playing, I think
Yeah.
you keep calling it Haitian music, right?
It sounds like Latin music to
Yeah,
me.
right. That's what it sounds like
That-
to me. And people
yeah.
keep calling it saying, hey,
No, we got a bunch of Hispanics who are embarrassed by it, so they want to pawn it off on the Haitians. Don't you understand that?
Yeah, man.
Yes, you do.
yeah,
I think it's Puerto Rican music.
yeah, Puerto Rican, Cuban music.
I think it's Nicaraguan music. Anybody's music but ours. Thank you. In other words, nobody wants... And where are these guys from? Do we know? Papote y Fresh? Where the hell are they from? Well, I bet you on the liner notes here it says nobody wants to take credit for them. It says they are from blank. Well, what's wrong with these guys? They were at the thing there last night. They're supposed to be... they're trying a new thing. They're trying... not going over. Kind of like our TV show. We have an open line at Dade 1 in Broward, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. I wonder what the hell Maddie wants. I'll get a note here. Call Maddie after the show. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Call Maddie after the show. Mr. Skinhood over there. Herman Gehring Jr. Yeah, they had. He was on Out Loud again last night. That was the repeat they showed when they were talking about prostitution. And I took one look at him and I thought, boy, if there's the expert. There's the expert right there. Because he's sure whoring that TV channel, I'll tell you that. Here's Pompano Beach. Hello. Pompano Beach. Going once. Going twice. Have a nice life. Open line in Dade 1 in Broward, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Hey, if you're feeling lucky.
You're always asking about Dade County and shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
So, my wife just got a new pair of breast implants. Lucky for us, she paid for them with her Citibank Visa card. Last night we were getting kind of frisky, and, well, the left one blew. It was kind of like a tire blowing on a Formula One race car that just hit a speed bump at 192 miles an hour. She spun out around the turn and flew into the closet. Lucky her right one had a driver's side airbag. So after she climbed out of the wreckage, we called Citibank, and they're over here right now installing a new one. This one's guaranteed for 5 years or 50,000 miles. Thank you, Citibank.
Well, we got big problems now, baby. It's been a pretty enjoyable Wednesday, considering we're right at the end of the dog days. We're doing okay. We're kicking some ass. But bad news is it's the 1 o'clock hour. You know what that means? George just reminded me. Spoiled my whole goddamn day. I'm going to tell you, seriously, that lunch. Oh, I'm not done with it yet. Thank you. No, but those jalapeno peckers, those were the best damn poppers I've ever had in my life. Man, with the raspberry sauce. And they told me, well, we try to make it a little kind of Atkins-like. It wasn't Atkins-like. It was fantastic, and that, I can handle it. But, boy, were they good. That's one of my favorite things in the world right now is those. And these shrimp with this incredible sauce. Mmm. God. Is this what you're having?
He had shrimp. And
but with the sauce?
Yes.
What is that sauce? God, is that good. Mmm. It's kind of like a creamy sauce. But at any rate, the bad news is that we might as well sign off right now. We don't want to leave Hank with nothing at 2, but I can't compete with Warren Marty and Sammy Sosa. That's right. That's right. The blind leading the blind. Warren Marty and on WAXY 790. If you want to hear Sammy Sosa, as if we haven't seen him interviewed 4,000 times, those of us who care. Did Sammy hit one last night?
No.
Oh, sorry. Boy, oh boy. Now, where did we find out about that? Were they telling us about that on the worst team this morning?
Joe Costello.
Oh, Joe Costello. Joe, as a matter of fact, who was ordinarily over there on the board during the show, Joe has left. And right now, we just have like an empty stool. Okay, there's just a big stool over there where Joe used to be. Well, what are you laughing about? He's got to listen to Warren Marty and Sammy Sosa because this is your goddamn jockstrap station. It's your sports intensive station, man. And Warren Marty, he be probably one of the most articulate ex-jocks that I ever heard in my goddamn life, not. He belongs on the air like my little dog belongs on the air, making guttural whining sounds like that. Right. He belongs on the air like that music belongs on the air. Warren Marty. So it's been nice knowing you. We'll do the best we can. I'll just sit here and eat. Where are we going? Here's Miami. Hello? Miami?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I was wondering if you still had any of them Andre Bocelli CDs around.
Sorry. Mi dispiace. No.
No mas?
No mas.
Va bene.
Okay. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Ciao. Oh, sorry. No, God. We had 2. Well, maybe in a box somewhere back here. Maybe there's one, huh? You think there's a... oh, here, look at this. Oh, baby. No, don't get your hopes up, okay? There's nothing. This place here is so goddamn small. What?
I just had visions of 5 things firing at the same time while you did
Nothing is going to fire, okay? The only thing that might get fired is I don't want to say. Yeah. Oh, I got a bunch of crap here, like these village people. Why does she keep sending me village people? Does she think they're a bunch of fags listening to this show? Is that what it is? What the hell's wrong with her? Is that what it is? Like I said... Come on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you go. Well, the one button that I needed to be down there, it popped up. We got Gino Vanelli, who's related to Millie. Millie Vanilli. Oh, that's this real screamer. I just took it. Oh, you don't want that. Believe me, you don't want to be caught with that in your collection. I'll guarantee you they'll come with a fly swatter and a butterfly net and take your ass away. Now, I took all the good stuff out of here, which good stuff would be oh, look at that. All the buttons went off. There you go.
My wife...
All right, yeah, kill that. Stop that. Stop it. Well, we don't have any room here, for Christ's sakes. It's like doing a goddamn show in a broom closet. What do you want from me, huh? We're in this little tiny broom closet. Oh, yeah, we saw it on TV. It looks like a nice, beautiful studio to us. Yeah, good. Good luck to you. Hope you have good success with your show in here. Look at that. They're all gone to WAXY right now. We got 2 calls left on the board. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. That goes to show the loyal audience that we got. I come on here. I take a chance. Made a bad calculated error there. announcing that Warrensville Marty's interviewing the great Sammy Sosa of the Chicago Cubs on WAXY 790, and my loyal audience that we can't find with a goddamn search party who's watching that whammy show at night, my big fat loyal audience, they're gone in a heartbeat. All the good CDs are gone, which they weren't that good in the first place. We're having a pretty good day today, not too bad. Under the circumstances, a great lunch from Hops. But as soon as they discover that there's someone else for them to float, they just float away. Just like a bunch of hummingbirds in heat. Here's a mobile in Boca. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Neil?
Thank God for not deserting me, sir.
No, sir. I love you,
They're all
man.
gone. They're all over there with Sammy Sosa and Warrensville Marty now. All these jock sniffers. All these wannabes.
I'm a stick on the mobile, and I love when you play that Spanish music. Makes me want to dance.
Yeah, in your pants.
Gracias, Neil, baby.
All right.
All right, Neil. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day.
All right. See, I told you. They love it. They're liking it. In fact, that's a new format. I bet you Mark Benson would like that from Citizens of Dade United. Hoochie coochie, Mark. What is that? Sounds like my little dog again.
He said bingo. Squirt, squirt.
Yeah. You're jealous. Okay, we have an open line at Dade Two and Broad. I'm through eating lunch now, by the way, so the coast is clear. That was great, but too much. One would have been enough. I didn't realize because they're just appetizers. Lots and lots and lots. Thank you so much, Hops. Did we get a response on my thing about Pompano Park?
No.
I'm telling you, I'm very serious about this. Is there anybody over there in Pompano Park who can tell us the answer to what's going on tonight? We know there's no live racing all this week because they're resurfacing the track, but the question is the fourth floor open? Is it just on the third floor with that like a very limited simulcasting thing, or is it inquiring minds want to know what's going on up there, and nobody will tell us? For years, I've been fighting the good fight, trying to do something for my good sponsors who pay their good hard-earned money. And thanks to people like my close friend Carol Houck over there at Pompano Park, who wouldn't know information if somebody stuck it in her ear, we just can't get no information. Everybody and their brother. I don't want to have people showing up there tonight expecting they can go on the fourth floor and sit in their box or on the floor or wherever the hell they're going to be sitting, and that there will be windows open, even if it's only for the simulcasting, and then find out the fourth floor is closed tonight. And that there's no meal and we don't know. God. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
Couple of things real quick. Question, do you think McGwire will hit the 61?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's sure got plenty of time. He's got 30 games left.
I don't know if he'll hit it, though. That's going to be good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, thank you for tuning in to Nick Cigar. Nick Cigar's in Southwest there?
Jess?
Excellent place. Beautiful.
Yeah, they're the best. Great people down there, too.
Yeah. Listen, can I suck around for that Spanish CD that you were playing?
Papote Fresh?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, you won't hear that no more. The audience thanks you profusely because that's the last one I got. Hang on.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Cleaned us out. Damn it, now I can't kill the rest of the time with that because I got to put it back in its sack. There you go. Never see them again. They're pretty ugly guys. Okay, we have an open line in Dade. We got Pear and Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. It's a real shot in the head, I'll tell you that. It's a real kick in the old ass when an old guy like me can't compete with Warrensville Marty and Sammy Sosa. When we're out of business, just because the audience is so goddamn fickle, it's either that or we ran out of stuff to give away. Is that it? Oh, that's it? Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, mobile on Southwest 8th Street and 12th Ave.
All right.
So I'm right by Domino Park. Hey, I just got through going through one hell of an ordeal. I was smoking an Arturo Fuentes, and I had some old lady come up and start screaming at me because Castro is getting a trading agreement with La República Dominica, and that by smoking a Dominican cigar, I had the
How did she know what kind of cigar you were smoking, sir? Was she looking at the label?
And I said, a Fuentes from the Dominican Republic. And she says, I got rid of all the rafters on my hands.
Yeah.
And everyone that was trying to fight for freedom.
Yeah.
It's a
Tell her to do a hop back on a banana boat, okay?
Well, she was
and
also
sing Babalu on her way back and get a new phone. Thank you. Okay, we have an open line in Dade 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Actually, if I was smart, we got that little radio back there. I'd just crank it up to 790, and we'd all listen to Orange for Marty and more Sammy Sosa, huh? Wouldn't that be a good idea?
No.
You think it was annoying listening to that hoochie coochie music? Yeah, that Orange for Marty, you know, he's got a cult following. He belongs on the air like a goddamn dead man belongs on the air, like Quasimodo should have his own show. In fact, the rumor has it that since Zagacki isn't buying his way over there on 790, that Quasimodo's going to be on Monday mornings at 9. Here's Miami. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
You don't have no Haitian music?
What is it?
Haitian music.
Haitian music?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What is that?
Haitian from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Were they playing a kettle drum and sewing baseballs?
No.
And
that's
smoking
Cuban.
weed? Yeah. Oh, that's Cuban that are sewing baseballs?
But Cubans come on rafters.
Uh-huh. And how do the Haitians come in?
By a regular boat.
By a banana boat, yeah.
No, how about your grandparents?
And then they turn it back. Yeah, how about my grandparents what?
Yeah, from Germany.
From Germany?
Yeah.
I don't got no ancestors from Germany. They're from Russia. They're Ruskies.
Okay, they came by boat, right?
Came by boat? No, they flew. They flew a plane about 100 years ago, yeah. Slowly.
No, that's impossible.
How about your mama? Okay, we have an open line in Dade, two of them, 567-0560, pound 560 on the 880. This guy wants my whole goddamn family tree, wants my whole life story. Yeah, they came on a big ship. They didn't come on a little goddamn rinky-tinky boat, and they didn't come in here illegally. And what the hell are we talking? We're going to start again with illegal aliens? Is that what we're going to talk about? I don't want to hear about it, okay? And then we'll have Mark Benson on there. How can a China come about bilingualism? I'm going to start doing a whole damn show in Yiddish just to piss him off and Emmy Schaefer, too. Bilingual my ass, okay, Mark Benson? I'm so nauseated and disgusted I saw his puss on my TV 2 nights ago, spewing the same old tired garbage from like 25, 30 years ago. You're worse than those old Cubans in Domino Park. Get a new tune. Get with it. Get with the program. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hi. I wanted to talk to you about some blue-hair people that when I went on to Captiva Island.
Yes?
I went from Fort Myers to a Publix.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for some fish food.
Yeah.
So I came over to a white-haired person and said, do you have fish food here?
Yeah.
And she looked at me, yeah, at the ocean. I said, excuse me? I said, I'm looking for ice cream, fish food. Oh, never heard of it. I said, thank you. So I went over by the ice cream place, and there he was.
Yeah.
They had tons of fish food.
You should have told her it's a container that matches her hair. It's in a blue container like her blue hair.
No, I had a comeback for her. I said, why don't you eat this stuff, and it will turn your hair black.
Mm-hmm.
And she...
Yeah, okay. We have an open line in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line.
Oi!
Yeah, that's for him. Here's a mobile in Hallandale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm a first-time caller. I've been listening to you for 10 years when you were at that other station that we don't mention the name of.
Yeah.
I want to tell you I love you. I think you're the greatest. I'm a salesman. I'm on the road all day, and you make my life happen. And you make me happy, and everything you say, there's not one thing I could disagree with you. I'm an Italian, so you know the rest of that. But I just wanted to ask you one favor.
Yes, sir.
Can I get that Gino Vanelli tape? I gotta tell you why. I gotta tell you why, Neil. Gino Vanelli's father was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I can't get his tape no place. But I also wanted to
Not a tape, it's a CD. Now, you do have a CD player, don't you, sir?
Yes, sir. I got one, Neil.
How come a guy named Gino Vanelli is singing songs like Tierras de Amores y Sombras in Espanol?
Because, you know, he was trying to make a crossover. But
it looks like he's dressed like a crossover is what he's dressed like.
Yeah, but his father's a good man. And
that's all that counts.
He tried hard in the 70s, Gino, didn't he? Just didn't make it.
He just didn't make it. Yeah, you need to butch up a little bit. Okay, hang on.
You made my life, Neil.
Okay, hang on. Before you talk yourself out of it, your phone's breaking up. Hang on, you're killing me. Okay, give that one to friend. Arrivederci, by the way. Ciao. Tierras de Amores y Sombras. Oh, boy, I love the way I say that. Almost like a real spick, you know? I do. I can read a few of these lines, and, of course, I have no idea what the hell it is, but that's okay. Tierras de Amores y Sombras. Oh, God. We have an open line in Broward, 567-0560. I can't believe somebody actually has taken Gino Vanelli. How do you like that?
Oh!
Even while Warren Schmomarty is on there with Sammy Sosa. This is a major accomplishment.
Oh!
Front page of both newspapers tomorrow. Not only to give away Peyote Freche, whatever the hell her name is, but he's also giving away that lightweight Gino Vanelli. Nice going, Neil, baby. See, that's the kind of town this is. On the one hand, like I said, they usually take almost anything, but on the other hand, if it isn't quite up to snuff, well, no, we don't want that. You got it. And then, of course, they'll tell me that they want it. Then when they get on the phone with George, well, I really want that Andrea Bocelli, okay? I really want the Beatles' greatest hits, the 5-volume set. What is it?
What else you got?
He didn't say that.
No. Actually, though, I told him to stop yelling. Clear as a bell. That's why he was breaking up. He was overmodulating.
Because he was overmodulating. Well, you better tell him to work on his phone technique, okay? He's Italian. He talks loud. Hey, talk loud. Just leave my paisans alone, okay? 127 at 560 WQAM.
QAM. WIOD. Oh, I hate that station.
In the tradition of the disaster musical comes Andrew Lloyd Webber's Jews in the Attic, the Anne Frank Diaries. You'll leave the theater humming those catchy tunes like No More Beans. I'm writing all this down. Don't flush till the Nazis go home. I'd turn in my parents for a stick of deodorant. It's Jews in the Attic, the Anne Frank Diaries. CD available now.
Oi!
By the way, speaking of that, there's a little letter to the editor. Is this the Herald or the Sun Sentinel? Whichever. One of our crappy papers this morning, I guess the Sun Sentinel. Ralph Weinstein in Deerfield Beach writes, Orthodox house of worship is not a temple, he says. Read the article of August 7th about the Palm Beach Orthodox Synagogue that meets in a Palm Beach hotel for services. You state that they're looking for a site on which to build a temple. Be advised that since the destruction of the second holy temple in Jerusalem, Orthodox or traditional congregations are never called temples. They're either synagogues, shuls, or base midrashes, houses of worship and study, whatever the hell. Base what? Midrashes? As in Fardrate and Krupp? Is that what he said? What the hell is this man talking about? Is this bilingualism again? Oh, my God. Don't let Mark Benson find out about it.
Oh!
We have an open line in Dade County, 567 Warren Schmomarty, 567-0560, and pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Boy, oh boy, those WAXY people, they sold that time to Warren Schmomarty. They knew what the hell they were doing. Can't compete with him. Didn't show up in this last trend yet, but you just wait another 2, 3, 4 years. Here's a mobile in South Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Neil?
Great.
Can I schmooze some tickets?
Tickets for what?
The Marlins game?
I don't have no tickets.
You said you had some at 1 o'clock.
I said if you're the ninth caller at our contest line, I didn't say call me. I said do not call me.
You ain't got no contest line.
Yes, we do.
That's
it's called 1-800-1-800-SCHMUCK, and you didn't dial it, pal. You're out of luck. You're SOL. These people, let me say it again. Did I say very, very clearly 1-800, whatever that number is? Yes, I did. I repeated it over and over again. This guy tries to pretend here like I'm, here we go again. I'm hiding the tickets. George has got them stuck deep inside his rectum. He's got 20 pair. I got 14 pair in my nostril. I got them under my yarmulke. How do you like that? I actually have 100 pair of tickets for the Marlins St. Louis series under my yarmulke, okay? Somebody slipped them to me and said, keep it under your hat, but here's some freebies. Maniac. What?
They think that you just told everybody to call, so the contest line's ringing.
No, we had the... Will you maniac? Will you stop? Will you stop? Okay, go ahead and call it. I don't give a crap. He's not going to answer the phone. I have never seen such unbelievable, shameless freeloaders in my life. I was only giving that as an example. Let me say it again. The one who denies that he's the Messiah, he's the Messiah, okay? It's like that Monty Python thing. So if I tell you I'm not giving away the tickets, that means I am giving away the tickets. If I tell you I don't have any, I've got them. Okay? You want some? Because I don't have any. Oh, like I said, I got them. See? We told you. It's a lose-lose proposition with these people. So am I the Messiah or not?
No fourth floor, no buffet tonight at Pompano.
No fourth floor and no buffet at Pompano Park?
No.
Do you know what Pompino means in Italian, by the way? It does. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
In other words, that really sucks. Yes, sir.
Figured how to say Neil God in Creole.
Yeah.
It's get mamau.
Mamau?
Yeah, man.
Mamau la what?
Get mamau.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, say hi to Mau Mau, too, by the way. We have an open line in Dade, 567-0560. Bad news for Pompano Park, Fat Rich and Derek. Don't sound like a real winner to me. I mean, why do they do that? How much would it take to just, even if they didn't have the buffet, to have a couple of tellers up there on the 4th floor and let us sit at our boxes with our nice little TV sets and plunge our brains out on Hazel Park, etc.? I don't get it. I don't understand it, my good, close, personal friend Ted Snell. I don't get it. I don't understand what you people be thinking about. Here's a payphone in Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Thank God I got a hold of you, man.
Thank God.
I'm going crazy here, man. I can't stand Nick, Neil. I can't stand him. You know, not Nick Cigars. Nick. I cannot stand Nick. That guy is a
What
prick.
Nick? Which Nick?
Nick. Just picture him. He is a small little body guy with a huge...
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, we have an open line in Dade 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Wait, no, he wasn't talking about that, Nick, was he? He's not a small little guy. He's a big blonde goofball. But he also, the rumor has, with a huge bank account. What the hell was he talking about?
Even in my heart, I see you're not being true to me.
Now we're talking some real music, okay, that we can all sink our teeth into. Hey, Julio, listen, go back and play with your boyfriend and get out of it. We're doing a goddamn radio show. Call up Orangeville Marty and dump that load on Sammy Sosa. See what he has to say. He'll give you a nick. You know, there's nothing as important to your business as a good copy machine. You need a copier for the, that's right. Don't do that again, man. Don't be smoking no more fat ones. Yeah, because the government will come and take your ass away because we got to fill up all those goddamn empty jail cells, if we have any, with people who are smoking big fat ones. We have an open line in Dade, 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Can we make it till 2 and compete with Orangeville Marty and Sammy Sosa?
No.
Can we do it?
No.
No chance. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Yeah, how's it going, Neil?
Okay, sir.
Hey, listen, I was down at the post office the other day. I just moved into a new neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So I go in there, and I asked the guy, I said, hey, you know, when is it that you're going to go ahead and start, you know, sending the mail to the neighborhood? When do I stop coming over here to pick it up?
Mm-hmm.
So he tells me, well, there's 2 criteria. So I go, what's one of them? He goes, well, first of all, they have to have 50% or more of the development done before we come deliver the mail. I said, all right. And I said, what's the second criteria? So he tells me, he goes, well, what happens is that we have a surveyor, a guy that goes out every month, and there can't be any road construction or any construction in your neighborhood going on that impedes the guy from delivering the mail.
Well, of course, you don't want to get him dirty and all messed up. You don't want to be driving through slop and
so
muck.
Listen, so I tell him, and I go, well, I don't understand. How can you say that you're going to deliver it at 50% when there can't be no construction going on? So he goes, well, it depends. Some neighborhoods go ahead and they start building from front to back. And I go, oh, what the hell kind of neighborhood is that builds from front to back? They build whenever whoever buys a lot, you know? So I said, well, basically you're telling me that I'm not going to get the mail until the whole complete neighborhood is done and every truck in God's creation is gone. He goes, well, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that, you know, and I said, okay, thanks, and I left the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know, on that. That was it.
Okay, good luck,
That's my
pal.
bid, buddy.
Good luck.
All right,
See you at FedEx. Yeah, actually, I went down there yesterday, and it was like a, not a big stack, no, not a real big one, just a little some mail. Like I said before, a couple of bills that I was praying would come in, and they did. But nevertheless, 90% of the mail still out there somewhere. Somebody's still schlepping it around. Oh, yeah, but you got a couple of bills in. Yeah, right. Never in the history of my life have I been so anxious to get bills in the mail as I am right now, because I'd like to stay current and not destroy my credit that I've worked for 200 years to build up, thanks to our goddamn postal carriers. Let me say it again. You guys blow. You suck. Your service is pathetic and embarrassing and humiliating and all that run around. We got every postal carrier in the goddamn in Dade and Broward County calling here yesterday, so don't tell me they're not all listening. And every one of them had an excuse. Oh, it's the supervisor's fault. The dog done it. Your mother had the mailman put to sleep. Whatever the hell it was. Some kind of a cockamamie goddamn story. They all had an excuse. The best call was the guy that we had from New York that was a mailman for like about 5 minutes, remember? And he went out and he did all the work, and then he went back like at 1:30, and the guy, his buddy said, what are you doing here so early? You better get back out there and don't ever do this again. You make the rest of us look bad. That's what it's all about. They're out there doing a Monica is what they're doing on a routine. That's what's going on. We're getting it, and they're getting it. A lot of screwing going on there with the U.S. mail. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello? Mobile in Miami.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Great show.
Oh, I love this phone system. Oh, yes.
All right. Couple of things. First of all, that guy that called about the Arturo Fuentes cigars.
See?
I told that old bag that Arturo Fuentes Mexican and the stuff is grown in Honduras and Nicaragua, not in Santo Domingo.
Yeah.
And I got a question for you. I heard
not only that, let me ask you this. Who the hell would see what kind of cigar he's smoking?
Exactly, but even then, you know, I know that for a fact.
If some old crazy bitch came up to me and said, what kind of cigar you smoke, I'd say a Nunya.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who would know? But I got a question for you. I heard you mention John M. a couple of times. I don't know what station he's on. It's on the radio somewhere. Is that the same guy that used to be on the old She station
on
back?
John and Barbara M. He used to be on with his wife.
Yeah, I used to listen to him all the time. I just wonder. I heard you mention him a couple
him.
of times.
You can thank the Paxton people for digging his ass up. Where they found him, I don't know. I don't know what dumpster they found him in.
I haven't heard that name in ages.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Barbara?
Beats me.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot.
Call John. He might remember.
Yeah.
And have a great day. Okay. I doubt it, though. We have 2 open lines in Day 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Deerfield Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing today?
Okay.
Hey, I was a mailman at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And it drives you nuts. I'll tell you one thing is when you get there at 5 a.m., you know, and you start putting up everything in your bin because the mail's sitting there, and then you're about ready to leave, and all of a sudden the first-class mail from the new truck comes in, and it just makes you crazy. And I don't know why these people how they can handle it. Just so much of this crap keeps coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I called this. I did that the Nielsen rating once.
Yeah.
And I did it came in to me, and I wrote from 10 to 2, Neil Rogers, from 2 to 6, Bill Hendry.
Yeah, no, that's not Nielsen. That's Arbitron.
Oh, Arbitron.
That's a radio thing, yeah.
Okay, I was hoping I'd get another one because I do like the show. It's funny on TV. It's good to see you there. But I got a new job now.
The Nielsen thing they do with meters, and there's only 474 homes in Dayton, Broward, in the entire market that are hooked up to those meters, which mean that 474 households determine the fate of every TV show that's on and what you're going to be watching and what is not going to be watched. And when I sit there and read with a straight face that this idiotic goofball is on there 4 o'clock in the afternoon getting gigantic numbers, Howie Mandel, then I know that the fix has got to be in somewhere.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Nobody in their right mind is watching Howie Mandel.
Yeah, the problem now is I work for Frito-Lay here, and I got my truck. But I just can't pick up AM. It just doesn't come in. It drives me nuts. So, I start at 3 a.m., so when I get home around 1 or 2, or actually 12 to 1, I could put you back on.
Pick it up your ass, and evidently there must have been something Freudian about her saying that. You know what I'm talking about? I think you do.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Dade County vanished on us. Well, of course, Dade County, they're big with Orange for Marty. That's kind of like a thing, Liberty City and Overtown. They're very big on Orange. He's got a cult following there. Doesn't he have a cult following?
No.
That's what Greg Reed was saying.
No.
He's got a goddamn cult following.
No.
Wouldn't you rather hear Orange for Marty than like Mad Dog Mandich?
No.
No way. No chance. No way, Jose. I'll guarantee you one thing right now. Orange for Marty ain't no Jim Big Mandich. I want everybody to come up to Pompano Park tonight. And David Horrow, I want to make sure everybody understands he's the one that gave all the misinformation. No, I mean, he gave us a lot of misinformation, our buddy up there at Pompano Park, and I want to make sure that we exactly get it right, Renfield. The 4th floor will be open tonight. You hear that, Richie?
Oh!
You hear that, Derek? 4th floor will be open, and there will be food available, but the buffet will not be ongoing tonight. So the 4th floor will be there. Simulcasting only. We have no live racing because they're resurfacing the track, so you get a week off from Bruce Ranger winning every race. Nice going, Brucey. Have a nice vacation. But, I mean, we got what?
I want the person who knows it that gets the CD that's your grease on here from when you
There's no extra charge. There's well, how do you know it's grease? Oh, my God. Send it to Monica's mother.
Squirt, squirt.
Right away. So Pompano Park is open for simulcasting that. The 4th floor will be open. You got that? I want to make sure you get it straight because we're trying like crazy to get Carol Houck to get us some information ahead of time so we know what we're talking about. And do we ever know what we're talking about?
No.
Because she never... No, she don't do it. Sends me fax after fax with overnight sheets, races that haven't been invented yet. But does she send me the information that I need?
No.
When we had that promotion, remember that, Carol?
No.
Now she don't remember. Here's Cooper City. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Oh, you have a good show today.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know that. Listen, I had to tell you something that happened to me.
See?
With the freaking post office, okay?
The freaking post office, yeah.
Freaking. I have my zip code is 33322, probably the same as yours in Plantation, right?
What is it, 33322?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 23.
Oh, well, that's close anyway.
23?
In any case, for 11 months, I'm receiving mail on my address for someone else. I keep on calling the stupid post office all the time, returning the mail. I get packages from all over the country. that I had to sign, or somebody might have got to sign for it.
Yeah.
So one day, I'm fed up with all this garbage in there, and I decided to open up one of the letters to find out if I can find the telephone number of this gentleman with my address.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, of course, I did. I called the gentleman. He actually happened to have the same address as I did, but in a different city. For some reason, I was getting all his mail for almost, I would say, close to a year.
In a different city?
In a different city. Here in, well, he actually was in Pompano.
Yeah.
Finally...
Well, what was his zip code?
Completely different.
So how the hell did he... Well,
I have no idea how I was getting that for 11 months.
Yeah.
Neil, 11 months. I called the post office. I spoke with everybody here in 32322 in any case.
So did you find any good checks in any of his mail?
No, but in the one that I actually find his telephone number, and I called him, and I told him about the problems that I was getting his mail.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, I get a call from Inspector from United States Postal Service.
Inspector Clouseau, yeah.
Yeah, actually Inspector Clouseau. To make a very long story short, I ended up spending a couple $100 just in getting a lawyer to try to straighten the whole thing, that the only thing I was trying to do is get in touch with the gentleman to tell him to please change something in there.
Oh, my God.
Okay? This is a stupid post office.
Jesus. Joseph in the Saul.
Uh-huh. How do you like that one?
I don't.
Okay. Well,
I'll give you a report tomorrow, pal. I'm on my way. If there isn't a bunch of mail in there today, I'm going to go ballistic.
I hope you do.
I'm going to go postal. Okay, pal. Good luck.
Take care. Bye.
Okay. How do you like that? Now, what did he say the Inspector Clouseau said? Yeah, something like that. Okay, we got 2 open lines in Dayton, 2 in Broward. Not that you're going to get on the air, but it's not like a nice cushion. We always like a nice cushion here. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a mobile in North Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great.
Listen, I'm getting ready to make my reservations for going to Europe. You know anything about this City Bird airline?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Did you take them?
No, wait a minute. Hang on a minute.
All right.
I got their stuff here. In fact, they ran some spots on the station at one point.
I remember.
And they're supposedly very good. The only thing I don't like about them is the fact that if you're going like to Amsterdam or to wherever you're going, they fly nonstop from here to Brussels.
Right.
And then you have to take another flight or a train, depending on where you're going, to wherever, you know. But other than that, the rates are very, very good.
Yeah, I got a deal. They for coach to go from here to Amsterdam, from Amsterdam to Milano, and then go back out of Rome to Brussels, from Brussels back to Miami nonstop.
My God. Yeah.
$624 round trip per person.
Mm-hmm.
And for business class, $1543.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. And not only that, but they use really good planes, too. They don't use those, really marginal planes.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the 763s I think they have? I've never flown on one of those.
People have told me about them, said that they're fantastic, that they're great.
Really?
And they got, pretty decent food, and you got, a lot of their wide body. You got a lot of space and a lot of room as compared to the, puddle jumpers that these other airlines, some of them are flying.
Well, I guess I'll give it a shot then.
Yeah, I hear nothing but good things about them.
Okay.
Have a great time.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. There's a guy that's getting out of here. He's going somewhere. Let's hear it for him, okay? Congratulations, sir. God bless you. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in with a last-minute post office story.
Yeah.
My last name's Stewart, and we moved to our place a little while ago. This is 19 months ago, and we're still receiving mail for a gentleman with the last name of Losada.
And your name is what?
Stewart.
Oh, well, that's pretty close.
Right. So
There's an S in it.
every day, the same postal carrier, I tell him, sir, nobody by that name lives here. I've been counting now 9 straight days.
Yeah.
And this guy doesn't seem to get a clue about it at all. You know?
But at least he's consistent. Okay, congratulations, sir. There's another one. Another horror story. A bunch of dummies working for the Postal Service. We got about 10% of the people got an IQ bigger than their thumbnail, and the rest of them a bunch of morons, baby. So what do you expect? Okay, the market is down under 70 points. You see, this is the new deal. If the Dow is under 100, we have a big party. Okay, let's celebrate. Let's play that hoochie music. The Nasdaq's down 23, and the Dow is down 69.5. And the Russians are going to hell in a handbasket, and they're getting all worked up and having a revolution, and they got all those nuclear weapons that they're getting nervous with. And the Latin America is going in the crapper. And Asia is deep in a crapper, and we should have finished off the Japs when we had our chance, and we didn't do it. So what the hell is there to worry about, huh? What's there to worry about when you go to the track and the fourth floor is open? Hank's back from vacation next from Shula Steak 2. Mad Dog Mandich, 6 to 7:30, and then maybe Mark will hit one for us tonight.